Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I'm working on day number 15 of 30 Days of Sketches. Our sketch for today was created by Lisa Cuneo Scrapbooking. This is a really fun sketch, and I am going to be combining it with the Iron Crafter Challenge that I host over on the Peace Craft Love Clubhouse Facebook community group. There will be more information about that hop, as well as a playlist for both hops, 2 different playlists for each hop, so that you can join in for Iron Crafter next month. Iron Crafter Challenge is a product of Miss Anna and I from Peace Craft Love that we came up with last year. We all have large stashes, or at least most of us do, or things that we're not really using enough. You know, like washi tape. I have washi tape. I have enough washi tape probably to washi tape my whole house. But do I use it on my pages very often? No. So we came up with this challenge so that we could give these products some attention. Last year, Anna and I made the list between the two of us, and we issue a mystery item once each month. And we ask the people who are participating to play along with us. This month is stickers, not alpha stickers, regular stickers. So I pulled out some really old stickers, 2 different kinds from Chamel, and then a pack from Amy Tangerine, because I'm not real sure how this layout's going to pan out. So there's that. And then I have 2 photos of my, okay guys, I know she's not a baby, but this is my baby. This is Emily. She is the youngest of 5 children, and she was asleep in her daddy's recliner, so I snapped photos. I don't even know if she realizes I have those photos. I have 3 pieces of patterned paper. I pulled these out last night before I went to bed, and I think I'm going to remove that one. Originally, I thought that I would use it to make circles on the layout, but I don't think I'm going to use it now. So I'm going to set it aside, and I'll probably use the floral piece for circles, maybe. I know that my stickers has a title that I can use, and there's plenty of embellishments in the 3 packs of stickers that I pulled here, so I have enough to play with. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. I'm going to get started with this, and I shall be right back. While I wasn't quite sure the direction I was taking this layout, I knew for sure that I was going to be using a piece of white cardstock and these tiny border stickers to make basically a homemade DIY striped piece of patterned paper. I am just going to start layering these up, and I will layer them all the way down to the bottom. Now, you're going to note that some of them are not the same width and length, and I will be having to kind of jury rig them all together to make this work throughout, especially after I turn the page and start grabbing from some of the next pages, because they're not the same length and width as the ones I started with. Too bad, because this would be a perfect way to use up all of these pieces. But I do a really good job of using almost all of these strips of paper. Now, I know these are probably meant for maybe journaling or something, but I'm just, again, layering them up to make a little bit of a striped piece of paper. I lost my scissors there for a minute. I am full of losing things. So most of those edges I'm not going to cut off until the very end, but some of the larger ones I'm cutting off in case I need them to piece together other strips, which you will see that I do as I go along. So here I put that one I just cut down, and then I'm going to put this one here. See, this one wasn't as long as some of the others. It's also not as wide, so it's going to make it a little difficult to get all of the pieces on there, but I think I do a fairly good job of alternating and sticking with color schemes here. At least I hope so. Again, I'll trim off this longer piece to use on another strip, because if I don't do that, I'm not going to end up with enough strips. So I want to make sure that I have enough to go all the way down. Basically, I'm just making a striped border to go at the top. I know that in the sketch you could interpret that just about any way that you wanted, and I considered doing it the way that she shows, or what I visualize that she was thinking in her mind. But you know, I really needed to use some stickers for the Iron Crafter Challenge, and this was a great way to incorporate all of them. And I used quite a few of the stickers, so I'm quite happy with that. I mean, seriously, tons of stickers, and I don't use those enough, which is why they're on the list for Iron Crafter Challenge. Now, back to the Iron Crafter Challenge. Last year, Anna and I made the list for the challenges. This year, before 2024 started, I created a poll on the group and asked everybody for input so that we could get some of the things that maybe I hadn't thought of. And for the most part, we had used, I think, almost all of the ideas. So this year, I just kind of made sure I mixed them up a little bit so that they fall in different places, because, of course, we don't want, you know, every January to be washi taper or something like that. We're kind of wanting to just use up our stash. And, you know, next year we may have to get even more specific about things, like, you know, it's stickers for March, but not alpha stickers. Maybe next year it may be stickers, but not alpha or phrase stickers, you know, just to kind of be a little bit more specific. Anyway, I'm looking through here for some more strips, hoping that there's more strips so that I can finish this off. I'm so close, and I do get it all finished. I was starting to get worried a little bit there that I would not have enough of these strippy stickers, and so I fill out the rest of it with these others that have kind of a glossy end to them, which is kind of cool. So that's great that I'm able to get as many stickers used up as I did for this layout. I'm quite happy with that. And once I get all of it on here, I will use my trimmer and I will cut it down so that there's no pieces hanging over and no white pieces at the end. I do that off camera, so you don't have to watch me do that. So this is great, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. And now it's time to start building the rest of the layout. So now I'm ready to go ahead and get this layout built. I'm trying to make sure that I make good use of the knots in the wood grain. I want them to show, and I was turning it so that I had more at the bottom. Now, I know I already have enough pattern going on in this layout, but instead of a stitched border, which, you know, I'm not adverse to doing, I decided to use a torn border. And my idea is if I put a torn border up at the top of my striped border, then I'm going to be able to incorporate that floral piece of pattern paper. Now, I use up almost all of the floral paper because at some point I flip it over and I use it to mat my two photos. And that helps use up, you know, not just a bunch of stickers for this layout, but I also use up almost 2 complete pieces of pattern paper. I have enough pattern up from the floral bit that I could maybe mat another photo for another layout or something. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this strip down, and I think that this gives your eyes a starting point at this layout. And you will see in a minute that I will take the border strip or the branding strip and I will put it down at the bottom, and that gives you a landing spot at the bottom of my layout. And that piece is not actually on Lisa's sketch, and so it is something that I did that is a little different than what her sketch shows, but we're allowed to do that. We don't have to follow the sketch exactly. We're allowed to interpret it in our own fashion, and I thought with as much patterns I have at the top of that layout, I really needed something to draw your eyes to the bottom as well. Otherwise, I think that this is going fairly well. So here is where I'm matting the photos. Sorry, I don't usually do this on camera. I'm not sure why I did yesterday. I just didn't turn the camera off. And now I'm just kind of verifying that my mat is close. I don't measure things, as you probably already know if you've watched me in the past. I just don't typically measure things. I did pre-cut the circles for this layout, and I realized that on her sketch she used those as just places for embellishment, but I really liked the idea of the circles, and so I decided that I was going to put them on there and build clusters on top of them. I figured that if I did it this way, it would help my title and my embellishment clusters stand out. She had some journaling on the right hand side, and I love to use labels, and lo and behold, this sticker book that I've been pulling out of has lots of labeling stickers, so that's pretty awesome. So I pull out 3 of those and put those down on that right hand side, and I have a pre-made label for journaling, so I can get that done. Now, I do not like clear stickers, and this pack is clear. And one of the ways that I get around clear stickers is I put some white cardstock behind them, and then I fussy cut them out. Yes, it's kind of a pain, but for a layout with this much color in it, these stickers would have disappeared had I tried to put them directly onto all of that color that is on my page. So that is why I pulled the white cardstock. And I'm just not really a huge fan of clear stickers. I find them really difficult to use, but this entire layout is going to be stickers and pattern paper because that's the goal for Iron Crafter. So I'm going to go ahead and start building some more embellishment clusters here. I did save you from having to watch me fussy cut those clear stickers out. And now I'm going to take these foiled stickers and I'm going to use my powder tool to remove the sticky. And I'm doing that because I know that I'm going to be using foam adhesive on the back of those, which means I may have pieces that could potentially stick where I don't want them. So it is just easier to use the powder tool and take the sticky off. Now, apparently there's this misconception that once you've done this that you can never make them sticky again, and that's not true. I use liquid adhesive to adhere the foam adhesive, and it has worked for me every single time and has always stayed. So that is kind of my little tip for you today. And I'm going to just continue messing and building and rotating these flower pieces just a little bit. And I'm going to get as many of them on here as I can because I really wanted to make sure that I used up quite a few stickers since I pulled out, 2 books and then a brand new set. I'm not going to use much off the Amy Tangerine set. That just didn't really have much that went with my layout. So I just used the clock since she's sleeping and put that to the side. All right, I am finished with this layout. I put some of my embellishments on foam adhesive, and I went ahead and glued everything down. I did my journaling, and I'm pretty happy with the way that this turned out. Plus, I used a ton of stickers on this layout, and I don't think it looks like somebody sneezed them. I think I kept pretty good with my little clusters. I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who have taken the time to like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel. I appreciate each and every single one of you for that work that you do to help me build my channel. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I hope that you have a great weekend. And please make sure that you check out both of those playlists below so that you can see some of the amazing creations that are coming out of 30 Days of Sketches as well as Iron Crafter. Have a great day. Bye.